Hello everybody, welcome. As you know, we are reading the 5am Club, which I was doing my own version of the 5am Club. Before this online business really took off, I was frantically searching for ideas, for ways to work it, for the methodology, the training, frantically. And I used to go on runs with somebody very close to me actually, and we used to run and I used to say, right, what am I going to do with this? How am I going to do this and how am I going to do that? And I'm sure I used to completely batter her head with just my stuff, you know. It must have sounded really selfish at the time, but I knew I was on the brink of making something work that was actually going to be able to help people in life, and it's FLB. And so I was kind of doing my own version of 5am Club, but in a different way, and it wasn't like, in my mind, it wasn't structured at all, but I was just learning everything. Like I was constantly on podcasts. When I was out running, I used to run along with, you know, the Moneyfeith. I used to run along past the hot tub place on the Moneyfeith, on the Arbroath Road, right past that, right to the end, and I was just constantly listening to podcasts and learning, and the learning that I got from that, I was listening to something else and doing something else. So anyway, that aside, whenever I read the 5am Club and it was put across to me like it was a 5am Club, it was a structure, and the guy, Robin Sharma, talked to me about the structure, I was like, whoa, I'm going to try this. Because when he speaks, years ago, my hairdresser at the time told me to read The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, and I love that book, and I just got it again because I've lost it. So Robin Sharma was familiar to me, and I love what he's about. But this book actually brought you FLB as it is today. I honestly did, because the structure became hugely clear to me what I had to do. So I asked you to read up to chapter 4 last week, and I hope you did, but I've done it, and I've underlined some bits that I just want to read to you before I get into essentially what we're going to do this week, right? So, listen, these are just wee lines that can you see that? I underline bits all the time and I think, oh God, that's great, need to tell the girls that. Right, so, you can't have A-level company with C-level performers. You can't have it. You can't offer your gallon-size offerings to pint-sized people and expect it to be productive and successful. That's Oprah's line, by the way. I never steal Oprah's lines. As much as I would like to claim them and own them, I can't. I would feel too bad. And she means too much to me for that. So, you can't have A-level company with C-level performers. Get in company with good people. People that lift you, make you buoyant. Give you a wee heisty up. And when it comes to relationships, he says, I only surround myself with human beings who fuel my joy, stoke my peace and excite me to become a better man. Life's way too valuable to hang about with people who don't get you, which is why I say on FLB, I want people who get me. I don't want to be fighting with people over and squibbling with people and squabbling with people because of swore or because, you know, the cholesterol panels come back and they're bad cholesterol. I'm explaining it and they don't get it, you know, because they're not doing the research. Squibbles and squabbles, you know, just listen, do the research, do what I'm asking you to do, learn about it all, and actually we can have a conversation. But people surface learn and they go, well, no, that's not what my personal trainer has told me to take Herbalife, and it's amazing, and I've lost 17 stones on Herbalife. Don't you dare say it's not good for me. You know, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for people that get me and get this stuff. So, Herbalife, by the way. Life's too valuable to hang about with people who don't get you, who you just don't vibe with, who have different values and lower standards than you do, who have different mindsets, heart sets, health sets and soul sets. We'll get to that later in the book. Mindset, heart set, health set and soul set. Mind, heart, health, soul. Right, okay, great. So the woman, the entrepreneur was wearing bracelets, and on them it said, Turn I can'ts into I cans. That's what you should do. And done is better than perfect. Don't know what I think about that one, but I definitely like turn I cans into can'ts, or should into musts. Your surroundings really do shape your perceptions, your inspirations and your implementations. It's absolutely, I say this a lot, nailed on. Who you surround yourself with and what you surround yourself with are a direct representation of your life right now. Absolutely, I see it all the time. I can spot it instantly, and I think, And I can't have conversations with people when they're not understanding what I'm trying to say, actually. You know, when people are close to you and they're just not getting what you're meaning, you're thinking, you really could and should be maybe doing it this way, and it still might be low vibe. Sharing pint-sized offerings with, gallon-sized offerings with pint-sized people. Standards, different standards, vibing with different people, and that's fine. But when you're actually trying to be the best human you could be, don't you need inspiration? Don't you need motivation and enthusiasm? And it needs to be contagious and you bounce off each other. That's the kind of people and situations and environments you need to be in. And I'm telling you this because I've done exactly that. This book, I've lived it. So it's great for me because I'm not just, spouting shite. I've actually done it myself. So, and it all takes a single morning filled with positivity. Sorry, I'm taking too long with this. The true reason to be in the game is to be helpful to society. My main focus in business is to serve. Money, power and prestige are just the inevitable byproducts that have shown up for me along the way. Right, let's just pause there. So you remember on day one, I showed you the Kajabi badges. And for the sake of the graduates, we'll go through this again because it's hugely motivational. But it's only not going to be motivational for people who are, it's like, yeah, that's where I want to be. It will either inspire you or it will annoy you, and I hope it doesn't annoy you because that's not what it's here for. I'm here to change society and to make an impact. The fact that, Kajabi hero status, hey, that's just a byproduct of actually making an impact in people's lives. So bear that in mind as I go through this, right? So listen, a few months down the line, graduates, I told if you'll be a $10,000 badge come through the door. Kajabi, yay, you've made $10,000. And shortly after was a $50,000 badge. Bearing in mind, it's service and helping form and mould society to be better. This is a byproduct. Okay? Soon after that was 100,000, and soon after that was 250,000, and soon after that was 500,000, and shortly after that, within the year, was the $1 million. In fact, you might remember this. Let me just show you this. Hold on. If I can play it, great.
But I think when we're stepping into confidence, we have to understand what makes you you. Why you? If you're in the fitness arena, why is it you? When you're in a space that has billions of people. In fact, Shelley Booth, who is in Scotland, in 1 year, just reached over $1 million in her business. Because story, and she is sharing it the most often.
Sorry, I'm going to start that again.
But I think when we're stepping into confidence, we have to understand what makes you you. Why you? If you're in the fitness arena, why is it you? When you're in a space that has billions of people. In fact, Shelley Booth, who is in Scotland, in 1 year, just reached over $1 million in her business. Because she has a powerful story and she is sharing it the most authentic, transparent way. She is such a beautiful soul and she's doing amazing work because she clarified her message and she knows who she's talking to.
Okay, so bear that in mind. Now listen to this. Kajabi, we've got lots to learn from this Kajabi bunch, I tell you what. Listen, right? I opened this.
Hey there, it's Kenny Reader, CEO and founder of Kajabi, and I wanted to shoot you this quick video to say you did it. You hit the $1 million milestone at Kajabi. That means you're $1 million hero, and I wanted to take a minute out of my day here to shoot this video for you to say that is such a huge accomplishment. And I want to remind you, if you haven't already, to celebrate that accomplishment. If you're anything like me, you're a driven entrepreneur, and that means that I know in my case, I have trouble stopping and thinking back sure there were seasons in your life and in your business that were hard and frustrating and where you thought of maybe giving up. And no, you had the grit to keep going. And now here you are with this $1 million milestone, and that's a huge accomplishment. So I want to stress the importance of celebrating where you are. And now also, what's next, right? Maybe there's new monetary goals for you. Maybe you want to hit $5 million or $10 million. That's awesome. But also maybe there's other goals that are non-monetary, just more people that can be changed with your message. That's awesome as well. And so I want to encourage both of those. And, you know, from myself and the Kajabi team, we just appreciate you. We appreciate the fact that you're building such an amazing business on Kajabi. And we want to thank you for that. We've got a special gift coming your way to celebrate this $1 million milestone, so hope you enjoy that. But more than anything, just wanted to shoot this video to say we appreciate you, we're glad you're here, and we're rooting for you. Literally everything we do here at Kajabi is for the success of all of you.
So, long story short, Kajabi, how amazing is that? You know, like I was bouncing when I got these wee badges. I was like, woohoo! Picking up the phone, Mum, guess what? But it's not about the readies, it's not about the money, it's about actually what you're doing in the world. And I'm here to tell you tonight, you've got your eyeballs on me, I can see you, that you are capable of doing your stuff to the most incredible standard. But how do you get there when you're not giving yourself time to? How do you actually get there when you're not structuring your day so that you can learn, you can grow, you can network, you could plan and strategize? How do you do that when you're a working mum? You've got the school run in the morning, you've got the packed lunches, you've got the relationships, you've got the man who's like a bear with a sore head because you're watching Shelley Booth on live and he's not getting your time and attention. How do you do that? How do you actually train as well? Like, how? How do you even get to that level when you've got all this to do? Which is why I'm talking to you right now about this stuff. I never would have been able to do any of that without structuring my day. How you spend your day. See, how you spend your day is a wee snapshot of the rest of your life. Actually, how you spend your day is hugely reflective of your actual life and where it's going. So, let me read another couple of bits. Own your morning, elevate your life. Listen to those words. Own your morning, elevate your life. I did it, and I want you to do it as well. Not just getting up. Who does this? Who wakes up in the morning to their alarm and checks all their socials? We're on LinkedIn. We're on TikTok. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're catching up with our pals on WhatsApp. And before you know it, you're fucking drained. You know, people have drained the life out of you. They've extracted every bit of energy. You've seen the news. It's dire straits out there. And you think, you've wasted an hour of your time. You maybe sat and had coffee whilst you've done all this on the sofa. The kids have been getting a last half hour or something. Think of what you could actually be doing with your time. Like I did, like you can, like I still do, and like I'm about to do with you this week. Own your morning, elevate your life. Right. Suffering yields many rewards. I've got this underlined as well, including empathy, originality, relatability, and authenticity. You find that the people who have suffered are the people who actually get it, are on it, understand you. Massive amounts of empathy, massive amounts of understanding. Originality, relatability. Relatability is great, eh? See, when you can speak to somebody and actually they just relate to you. The conversation is so free-flowing. I love that. Because I'm quite awkward, actually. But when I get that, I love it. So, right, this is a good bit. You too have a hero inside of you. You knew this as a child before adults told you to limit your powers, shackle your genius, and betray your truths of your heart. Oh, you'll hear me greeting in a minute. Adults are deteriorated children. When you were much younger, you understood how to live. Staring at stars filled with delight, running in a park made you feel alive, and chasing butterflies flooded you with joy. Oh, how I adore butterflies. Then, as you grew up, you forgot how to be human. So true, eh? We forgot how to do all the... Well, we forgot just to be. Your greatness began to dim as you began to worry about fitting in. Totally. And actually, it wasn't right to give you that live last night about the young girl that done a speech on feminism. It was really great, actually. I'm going to send you it. A lot of people think it's about man-hating and all that shit. No, it's not. No, it's not. We love men. Your partners, we love you. If you're a pain in the arse, I'm a pain in the arse as well sometimes, but you need to watch this speech and let your kids and stuff see it as well. So, anyway, come on. Get to the crux. I've got so much underlined for you, but I want to just maybe fast forward this and let you hear from Robin Sharma himself. It's about 4 minutes long. He talks about the 5am club, and in particular the 20-20-20 formula. I'm going to introduce you to it just now, but I want you to hear from him. Credit to him, it's not mine, it's his, so let's jump over and we'll watch it, okay? Now, let me find it first. I did have it all open for you, but now it's gone. Okay, there it is. Right. Let me share my screen with you. Okay. You've got that many screens open on here that you can't see. Oh, could you hear that?
Is one of the DNAs of legendary is longevity. So if you look at the Picassos, the Jean-Michel Basquiats, you look at the great sports champions, you look at the great history makers, they were much better at energy management than time management. And so we're in a war against distraction right now, and what we really have to do is optimize our energy. How do I do it? Well, I mean, I get to the morning routine, which the whole book is based on. But it's really quite powerful, because if you start your day with sweaty exercise, you're actually going to activate a pharmacy of mastery that exists in every human brain. I know you love the neuroscience. You're going to release BDNF, which is brain-derived neurotrophic factor. That's going to actually accelerate your processing. It's actually going to repair brain cells that have been damaged by stress. You're going to release the neurotransmitter dopamine, which is the fire neurotransmitter, which we all need as entrepreneurs and business builders and servants of humanity. Cortisol, the fear hormone, is highest in the morning, so exercising first thing in the morning is going to reduce that. I'm getting into my 20-20-20 formula, but I mention it because it is a way to maximize your energy.
So talk to us about the 20-20-20. I mean, you sort of started it there with the sweaty exercise, but what's the rest of that formula, which is pretty powerful? Sure.
So the new book is all about rising at 5 a.m. And that's because if you look at the great creatives and the great saints and the great humanitarians and the great titans of industry, many of them got up at 5 a.m. Even right now, you've got Tim Cook and you've got Howard Schultz, and it goes on and on. Before the sun rises is the time of least distraction. Before the sun rises, where you can build intimacy and fluency with what you want to stand for in your day. Before the sun rises, the luxury and tranquility of the early morning hours, you can do that deep inner work that will allow you to go out in the world and play at your best. So what the 20-20-20 formula is simply this. There's 3 pockets. The first pocket is move, 5 to 5:20. And you get into the sweaty exercise because, like I mentioned, it releases neurotransmitters, it reduces the cortisol, increases your metabolic rate, which gives you more energy. So now, and serotonin as well, which gives you joy. So now it's 5:20. Fundamentally, you feel different. You have energy. Your state is strong. You've got a fire in your belly, and you've accelerated your focus. 5:20 to 5:40 is the second pocket of the 20-20-20 formula, which is reflect. We live in a world where a lot of people are busy being busy, but what's the point of being busy around climbing the wrong Mount Everests? And so clarity is one of the DNAs of mastery. You know this. If you talk to the titans of industry and you talk to the people really getting traction around their ambition, these are people who have a monomaniacal focus on the few things that matter. They have an obsession bordering on a possession around the few priorities they want to build their life around. And so 520 to 540, the second pocket, you write in a journal. You meditate. You visualize. You do what I call in the book a blueprint for a beautiful day. Or you just sit in solitude and you think and you ponder and you reflect. And then the final pocket is 5:40 to 6 o'clock, and this is the victory hour. The final pocket is grow. But if you look at the greatest billionaires, I've coached many billionaires over the past 20 years. If you look at the greatest producers on the planet, these people have one thing in common. They are ridiculously curious. And no matter how much money they make and no matter how much impact they have, they maintain a white belt mentality. One of the keys to epic performance is a relentless commitment to daily growth. So that's the 20-20-20 formula that the 5 a.m. method is built around. And the premise is basically this: as you begin your day, so you handcraft the rest of your day. And if you have consistently great days, you're going to have consistently great weeks, quarters, year, and a lifetime. So your days are your life in miniature, and you got to get those mornings.
Right, so that's the wee introduction. I could see something's going on with Jean. Jean, I hope you're okay. I can see girls said get back on plan. That's one of the best things you could possibly do, is get back on Feel Look Be. I'll tell you what, we've had some really, really tough times, but we've never maybe experienced the worst of times. Maybe they're still to come. So we need to bulletproof your resilience, your health, your wellness, your mindset. And I do genuinely believe Feel Look Be that's what it's designed to do. And so, Eugene, I hope you're okay. I don't know what's going on. I just seen some comments there. The team are obviously there for you, as am I. So please bear that in mind. So here's what he's saying. Let me just blow this up a wee bit. Right, can you see that? So we're going to get up at 6 a.m. this week. Tomorrow morning, you're just going to read through this. You might even listen to the live again. Tomorrow morning, you're going to get up at 6 o'clock if possible. It might be 7 for you. It's going to be 6 for me, right? I'm going to do the 6 a.m. club. And I'm going to learn about all this stuff. But on Thursday, the first 20-minute segment, you're going to sweat. It releases BDNF. He's just told you. I'll get through that in a minute. But you're going to sweat. You're going to do something physical. It could be anything. Gym, your luck's in. Come on. Could be anything. Sweat. That's not what I want to show you. That's for later. I blew the wrong one up. This is the one. So, 5 to 5:20, move. What? Intense exercise, sweat hard, learn, hydrate, breathe deeply. Breathing is really, really important. We hear this a lot, especially in meditation and stuff. Why? Cleanses cortisol, BDNF flows, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, dopamine rises, serotonin increases, and metabolism elevates. Basically, you are energizing yourself. You are, when you sweat in the BDNF, it's stimulating neurons to speak to each other and new pathways to show up. And then you're moving from a sugar burner to a fat burner. So actually your brain's got really, really good clean fuel. So your cognition, your memory, how fast you think will be much, much better and much quicker. The benefits: more focus and productivity. Focus and brain is optimized. Energy grows, less stress, live longer. Research, research shows. And pocket number 2, which is the third 20-minute segment, so from 6:20, so 6:20 to 6:40, here's how we're going to spend it. We're going to journal. It's a period of reflection. Actually sitting with this stuff thinking, right, that's what happened then. Where am I now? How does it make me feel? Actually celebrate it in your own mind. Celebrate your wins. You have to. Whether it's weight loss, whether it's cleaning up your health, whether it's actually just feeling better in yourself. Whatever it is, reflect on it. Journal, meditate, plan, pray, contemplate, do whatever you need to do. Listen to a spiritual podcast, reflect. Why? Gratitude is boosted, awareness soars, happiness lifts, wisdom develops, and serenity expands. He's got an amazing way with words, that guy. Benefits: greater positivity, greater reactivity, higher creativity, stronger performance, richer life. When you're rich, when your life is rich in all the things that make you feel abundant. And that's personal to you. And the last 20-minute segment, which will be 6:40 to 7 o'clock, is growth. Now, this month, I want to start my own podcast, and I do not know how to. So this last 20-minute segment, this month, I'm going to be open with it and say, that's what I'm going to learn about. I'm going to read, I'm going to learn, I'm going to watch YouTube, I'm going to get as much information as I can, and I'm going to soak it all in like a sponge, and I'm actually going to produce a podcast. So that's what I'm going to learn about. Review goals. You can also do this. Review your goals, read books, consume audiobooks, listen to podcasts, and study online. That's what I'm going to do. Why? The 2x3 mindset, we'll get to that later on. Knowledge deepens, acumen escalates, confidence accelerates, and master change. You master change. The benefits: better income, more impact, better income. Craft calibrates, domain dominance. You will dominate your field. Personal growth, inspiration rises. So you can see there are 3 20-minute segments. The first starts at 6 o'clock till 6:20. 6:20 to 6:40, reflect. The last segment, you're going to learn, you're going to grow. Learn and grow, baby. How's that sound? I'm telling you that when you actually master your morning routine, your life is going to soar up the way. Everything is going to change. You're going to have a quality hour, an absolute quality hour. You're going to absolutely optimize your energy. Remember, I posted the other day, everything is energy. When you spend all of that time and energy and effort on just you for that hour, you're going to change so many things in your life. Consistency is the mother of mastery. Consistent. If it takes 66 days to change a habit, we're doing, 4 weeks? That's a fair stint. But actually, it's going to need longer than that. Accountability, massive. Commitment, no breaks. Right the way through. Can't wait. Awareness, your awareness of who you are is the beginning of a beautiful transformation. It really is. And I don't mean weight loss. That's a byproduct. The money is a byproduct. Real internal transformation, where you actually feel like that wee, what do you call it? That wee butterfly thingy. Chrysalis. And it's the wee thing, the wee worm, let's call it a worm, pops open into this beautiful butterfly because it's had time. It's been growing inside there. It's been nurtured. It's been given whatever it needs. I don't know what it needs. Sunlight maybe, warmth, water, good nutrition. Pop. It's ready to take an oral. In fact, the butterfly flew past me yesterday there. I want to say Red Admiral, but it's not, is it? Something Admiral. Okay. When you learn, everybody, you achieve. Learning is a must. And to do the things that you want to do with your life, you might want to write a book. You might want to get a new job, a new career. You might want to do something completely different, and it takes guts. And it takes you actually stepping into your own brilliance and going, I'm doing this now. I've talked about it long enough. I'm doing it, and I'm doing it for me. Now's the time. Own your morning. Elevate your life. High fives. Bang on. So are you going to win the battle of mindset over mattress tomorrow morning? Oh, press the snooze button, press the snooze button. I urge you, do not press the snooze button, because you are snoozing your life away. And stop the digital distraction and the cyber zombies of constantly scrolling, seeing where your pals got their outfits. Oh, they're a nice pair of heels. Wonder where she got them. Let's research for a half hour to see where she got her shoes. Boring. Learn. Grow. Do something that's going to actually benefit you. Shop for the shoes when you feel, look and be amazing. Shop for them then. I'm done. I hope that's inspired you. I do.